Any kid that grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and I know the show didn't debut until the 90s, but still, In Living Color was it, man. It debuted April 15th, 1990. It lasted for 5 seasons, 127 episodes, and it finally wrapped up on May 19th, 1994. Now, I've got
shock you.
7
I've never seen an episode.
Jesus. Does not shock me at all. Frank lived in like this other world.
I was in a bubble,
in
man.
Tallahassee, man. But yeah, it was like Land. This was huge for us because we would have been like 5th, 6th grade when it was originally coming out, and I still remember during the intro, there's one moment that hit where I had like my first little brief panic attack, like, oh crap, did I finish my homework for tomorrow? Because we were allowed to stay up to watch In Living Color. Mm-hmm. And then as I was sitting there, and it's when it was during Tommy Davidson. When he showed up on the, like, until still to this day, I still get that feeling in my chest when I watch that intro of 10-year-old or 11-year-old Brandon watching In Living Color. But I got 7 statements here. And the guys are going to have to guess whether or not that statement is a fact or that statement is fiction. First one.
What I say, Alan? I know what I'm talking about.
The show was originally pitched as a variety show hosted by the Wayans brothers and produced by Quincy Jones. Frank, fact or fiction? And I forgot to reset this.
Like I said, I've never seen an episode, so I know everything about this, Alan. So do exactly what I say. That's a fact.
Land, fact or fiction?
I think that's fact.
No, it is fiction. In Living Color was created by Keenan Ivory Wayans, who pitched it as an edgy urban alternative to Saturday Night Live. While Quincy Jones was involved with other major projects at the time, he was not a part of this show. Fox took a chance on it because they wanted to shake up late night programming and reach a younger, more diverse audience. Next up, Jim Carrey was the only white cast member in the original lineup. Land, fact or fiction?
False. Fiction.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Having seen every episode, I am going to say fact.
Land taking the lead. Yeah, that is fiction. So when In Living Color debuted in 1990, you guys know that he showed up as Fire Marshal Bill in Liar Liar, right?
Yes.
You've seen that, right? He's in the background? Okay. Yep. So Jim Carrey was the only white... Yeah, excuse me.
Get it out.
He was the only white male performer in the main cast. He was often referred to by the crew as the token white guy, a title that he embraced in sketches like his characters like Fire Marshal Bill and Vera DeMilo became fan favorites and helped launch his career into superstardom. Now, the other white cast member was Kelly Cofield. And as I was doing research for this, do you know who she married?
John Lovitz.
Jim Carrey.
Steve Park. He was on In Living Color from 1991 to 92. They married in 1999. Still married today.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a specific question for Frank. Who was your favorite recurring character on the show?
You watched every episode.
Jennifer Lopez.
There you go. Oh, we're getting... Oh, shit. Look at Frank. Next one. Jennifer Lopez was one of the original Fly Girls. Fact or fiction, Frank?
Fact.
Land, fact or fiction?
Fiction. I think she didn't show up till season 2.
Yeah. So she was. She did dance on In Living Color. She didn't join until season 3. And then she became one of the most well-known Fly Girls, but not one of the originals. Other Fly Girls include Carrie Ann and Naba. Mm-hmm. So there's J.Lo, and then I believe that's Carrie Ann. She became a judge on Dancing with the Stars. Yep. And do you remember who the choreographer was?
Paula Abdul.
Rosie Perez.
Mookie. Oh, that's what's her face? No, that's Carrie Ann and Naba there. Yeah, Rosie Perez. Next up,
hey, it's that guy from Cheers.
Next up, the show was frequently censored or pulled off air due to controversial sketches. Frank, fact or fiction?
How about, like off air completely?
No, not completely, but...
Fact, because I've seen every episode. So I know which ones were banned.
Land, fact or fiction?
I'm going to say fiction.
Frank gets the point. Yeah, Fox butted heads with the Wayans brothers constantly over the show's unfiltered comedy, particularly the sketches that addressed race, sexuality, police brutality, and politics. I still remember the ones that kind of stand out to me. Like, remember where Tommy Davidson is performing as Michael Jackson? It was when the black or white video came out, and he gets arrested, and he's like,
"Yep, I remember
officer." He's like, "Officer, can you tell me if I'm black or white?" And the officer's like, "You're under arrest." He goes, "Oh, I must be black."
Yeah, I remember that.
Some of the episodes were aired out of order or not aired at all. And then Keenen Ivory Wayans left the show in season 4 due to creative disputes. Despite this, the show maintained a huge fan base and even a lasting cultural impact. Next up, Damon Wayans was fired from the show after repeated on-set arguments. Land, fact or fiction?
Fact.
Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction, why not? Saturday Night Live?
Frank ties it up, ladies and gentlemen. Damon Wayans was not fired. He actually left the show to pursue a film career, including hits like Mo Money and Major Pain and The Last Boy Scout, where you legitimately have a football player pull out a gun and shoot somebody in the face on the field. But there were actual backstage tensions, especially as more Wayans family members joined the cast and crew. He returned for some guest appearances later on, but his exit marked a shift in the show's energy. I tried to show my kids some of this stuff because she loves the movie White Chicks. I don't get it, but she does. And so I was trying to show her because remember Sean Wayans, he started out as SW1. He was the DJ.
SW1.
Yeah. And remember, it was always... Remember? Leia knows what I'm doing.
Yeah, I totally do.
Frank does too because he saw every episode. All right, next up, the show's title was inspired by a lyric from a Public Enemy song. Frank, fact or fiction?
Fiction. Fact.
Land, fact or fiction?
Fact.
I should have stuck with my guns.
No! The title in Living Color was actually inspired by a phrase often used in old television intros. The host would say, "Now in Living Color," to announce that the program was in color instead of black and white. It was a clever double meaning, referencing both color television and the racial identity of the show, which matched the show's mission of putting black culture and voices at the forefront of comedy. And of course, that's why it was so big in our school, because we were a bunch of suburban white kids in Portland, Oregon, which is why In Living Color was so big.
Yep.
I think
even Alan being
kid.
one of the suburban white kids.
I was such a suburban white kid.
I think I was just too young at that time to watch. My parents wouldn't let me. And then when I got of age, I was more lean to Saturday Night Live at that point, like 92, 93-ish.
See, all the cool kids watched them both, Frank.
Sorry.
God.
Didn't have that coolness.
What a loser.
Hey, hit the beat, Square.
Fact or fiction, In Living Color won an Emmy for Outstanding Variety, Music, or Comedy Series. Land, fact or fiction?
Fact, sure, why not?
Frank, fact or fiction?
Well, seeing as they're holding Emmys in their hand right there, I'm going to go with fiction.
Those are Oscars.
Those are Tony Awards.
Land got it. I was hoping the picture would throw you off. Yeah. So the show won the 1990 Emmy for Outstanding Variety, Music, or Comedy Series just 1 year after it premiered. This was a huge achievement for a bold new sketch show that was still viewed as risky by mainstream networks, and it also helped establish Fox as a real player in network television along ABC, NBC, and CBS. I mean, if you think about it, think of the shows that really vaulted Fox. Because I've done a lot of stuff on the Fox network here on my YouTube channel. And a lot of the things that really pushed Fox up over the edge, and Living Color was one. The Simpsons, Married with Children was huge. I mean, I think Married with Children was really like
Cops.
the one. Cops was also a big one. But you know what? Probably the biggest thing was?
Fox News.
No. NFL.
Baywatch.
NFL.
Yeah.
Getting the NFL on Fox was a massive, massive deal back then. And so it's all of these shows kind of combining together that really vaulted Fox into being an actual player in the landscape of television.
Well, when you're a new station, you have to take chances with things. So some man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's how I'm wrapping up this segment when I edit it. I'm just gonna leave it hanging there with Frank. Where's your crickets for you, dude? You got the cricket sound effect.
No, it's from Discord. Anybody could have done it. They could have just gone click, click, click.